Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you liked the story. That. Let us continue the second part of the story. In the second part of the story, the father washed his face and came out to the terrace. He could see that the sun started soften his rays. That means it was the evening time. And the boy's mother was watering the plants. The father could see the ficus plant which the son and himself had planted, and the plants started producing shoots. They sat together on the terrace and spent time. They cracked jokes and laughed together. While listening to their favorite song, they started planning how to celebrate Bhavipuya's birthday and his birthday too. Bhavipuya had a particular trait. Trait means quality. That he writes on anything with anything. All the walls of their house are filled with his writings. He writes on walls, mirrors, and everywhere. One day, his father found him writing on the refrigerator. His father reprimanded him. A decade later, one morning, suddenly, the father heard the words that he used to counsel his son years ago had rang in his ears loudly.
Isn't life beautiful? I washed my face and walked up to our terrace where the sun was starting to soften its rays. Bhavi Puya's mother was watering the plants. The ficus plant that Bhavi Puya and I had planted in the month of April was starting to produce tender shoots. As I sat under the soft cool wind and the setting sun of the evening, I felt that all the things I witnessed were displaying the most beautiful thing that they possessed to me. Bhavi Puya's mother was still carrying the watering can till very late in the evening. We looked at each other and I said, Bhavi Puya, you, the setting autumn sun, isn't life beautiful? The one who always writes. Bhavi Puya had a knack for writing. He would scribble on anything if a pen or pencil were available to him. Our walls, windows, mirrors were always filled with his handiwork. One time he picked up his mother's needle and started to write.
My name is.
On the fridge. I called him inside our bedroom and explained. A needle is for stitching, not to write something on the fridge. The walls of the fridge are painted. If we write something with a needle, it will leave a scratch, and we will have to buy new paint to repaint it.
Dad, how much does the paint cost?
He asked. After that, I noticed that the writings on the walls and other surfaces slowly started to decrease. A decade later, one morning, suddenly the words that I used to counsel my son years ago rang loudly in my ears. I smiled and cried at the same time, wondering whether he ever thought of those times in his faraway land.
What do we understand from the story? We understand that the children are so curious to know answers for their questions, and the parents are very patient enough to give answers to them because it is the right time when they can be molded. The morals or the teachings by the parents are the real wealth for the children. Of course, they have had some impact on the children. Hope you liked this story. Have a great day, children.